Hello everyone, welcome to the 2020 Hyundai N Festival finals. Joining me today in their respective countries is Gabriella Tarquini. Hello!
Hello everyone, how are you?
Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Gabriele Tarquini, Hyundai driver since 2017. I was the 2018 champion of the WTCR, and I am a driver of BRC Hyundai N Lukoil Squadra Corse for the coming season.
Wow, you have quite a resume. And I hear you're quite an aggressive driver as well. We'll hear more about that as we see the race. Next in line, we have Norbert Mikales, all the way from Hungary. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello, Norbert. Do you mind introducing yourself really quickly?
I'm Norbert Mikales from Hungary. I started as a sim racer, and I'm racing since 14 years now. I'm racing a Hyundai N i30 TCR in WTCR, and I was winning the series last year in 2019.
So Gabrielle and Norbert, you have both been to Korea.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Wow.
In the end of 2018 in Inje Speedway. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been to the Inje Stadium, this circuit that the finals took place in, right?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the roads there, yeah. And all the way in Germany, we have Luca Angsler. Hello.
Hey guys, hello.
Thank you for joining us, Luca.
A pleasure to be here. My name is Luca Engstler. I'm 20 years old. Last year I was junior driver for Hyundai Motorsport. Now the first year in WTCR, joining a nice lineup. Of course, as a young driver, I want to learn a lot from the old guys. So really looking forward to race this year. We'll start in September and then finally back behind the wheel of my Hyundai.
And guys, I'm Hanna Kim. I'm here in Korea right now. Luckily, I was at the final, the Hyundai N Festival 2020 here in Korea in Inje, and at the Speedium. It was a nice little circuit, and clearly we worked with no audience members. Everything was all social distancing. It was really interesting experience because of the pandemic that we are going through right now around the world. I think this is an experience that no one has ever experienced around the world, right? This is the first time for everyone, no?
Yes, that's right. I mean, also, this problem is worldwide. So everybody experienced for the first time with this new problem. And I hope that we can solve as soon as possible, because I mean it's not only racing but compromise everything, I mean especially social activities.
As you can see, I think this is the practice round. They went around once around the circuit just to kind of warm up a little bit. As you see, are you guys watching the round right now with me?
Yes.
So they're starting.
And me and Norby, we was there on the N Festival of 2018, so we know the track, we experienced the track, and it's a very nice track. We enjoy very, very much, me and Norby.
Gabriele, we also drove the cars as well, from what I remember.
Wait, so you guys were both in Inje in the past?
Yeah, me and Norby. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. You do know that it's in the middle of the mountains, so there's this like gorgeous view around the circuit as well. So now they're warming up. The first round is always the warm up, right?
Yes, just the warm up before the start. It means it will be a standing start like we do on our WTCR season. It means the car stop in front of the finish line, and after the red light go off, all the cars start. I mean, and the race start.
As I said before, I'm not a professional driver. The only driving I do is in my personal little car, commuting back in and out of work, into the office and out of the office. So you guys need to help me a lot for definitely this race, especially the finals. Luckily, though, I did get to witness it live, which was such a great experience. If you look at the audience, though, there is no one there at the moment, obviously because of COVID-19. But it was quite an interesting experience, seriously, from the beginning to all the way to the celebration, and we'll get to all of that in just a bit. It looks like they're just coming in right now. All of the drivers, they're slowly coming in. and then we'll get right into the race. What are you guys anticipating the most from this race?
For me, I think, as you can see, we have a lot of cars, and this circuit is quite tight.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a lot of action, especially after the start, because I mean, all the cars are the same. I expect the pack to stay close to each other in between the first, second, and the second and third corner. So I think most of the overtaking can be done there.
I can tell you it was quite an interesting race. I definitely can tell you. Oh, I don't want to spoil it for you, but we'll even see some bumpers coming off. The thing I really liked about this particular race was like the aerial views. It was just so beautiful, and how like the drones were following all the action together. It was so interesting. Oh, look at them. They're coming in. So when they warm up, I noticed that everyone has their different style. Do you guys have your different styles when you warm up?
No, I think actually it's quite similar to everybody. It also depends a lot on the tire. So if you have a stiff tire, a soft tire, it depends how to warm it up, how to heat it up. But I think by the end of the day, it's quite similar for everybody. The key is to put temperature in and then being ready for the first lap.
They're all coming into the grid. You know what's interesting? Before this practice, I got to actually talk to some of the drivers, and I was like, "How are you feeling?" And everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so scared." when you're about to go, you know, as soon as that light hits, the go sign hits, do you guys have that same adrenaline? Like, how do you feel normally?
I have the same, to be honest. I hate the last hour before a qualifying session.
Yeah.
Because normally the heart rate is, let's say, 130, 140. And then the strange thing is you get in the car and then you forget everything. And then you start to calm down. But the last 1 hour, just before jumping in the car, is just very high excitement. And to be honest with you, it's quite strange, because if someone would ask me if I would like to go to next weekend, in that last 1 hour, probably 2 out of 3 times I would say, no, thanks. Was enough for me. And then you finish a race weekend, and then you realize that it's your life and you want to continue. So it's a very strange mindset.
Look at this, 5 seconds, 2.
Yeah. Now it's very hot moment, because I mean it's just some moment before the start.
And go.
You must be very concentrated and focused on the first corner, starting and first corner.
So the first corner is really important. I'm gonna let you guys take it from here. As you can see, they started. Here we go.
Yeah. There are a lot of cars.
Yeah, I think there were like 31 or 31 or so. There was a lot, yeah.
But no crash yet.
No.
I was expecting more.
No, there wasn't a single medical emergency. That's a good thing though, right?
But look in the background. This is a place where you can gain a lot of places. And as you could see, a car, I think approaching from 8, was already taking 2 or 3 cars on the inside while braking. So this is a particular place on this circuit, right after the start, to gain positions. Also, if you feel that you are a bit faster than the cars in front, I mean, having a good start and placing yourself in the right moment onto the right places can help you a lot.
So in first we have number 4 constantly, right?
Yeah, I think if you start in the front row, that's the key. So also when we are racing, the focus is a lot on qualifying. As the moment you're a bit off, of course you have to fight a lot. So the moment you have fresh air, it's a bit better for brakes and tires. You can do the speed. So yeah, the more in front you start, the better it is for sure.
Also, one strange thing on this circuit are the curbs, because when we were there because you need to ride the curbs with all 4 wheels, which is quite strange. Because of course, as a driver, you want to go as narrow as possible, not to do a long line. But then on the curbs, you realize that you don't really have a lot of grip.
Right.
And as you can see, probably not, because this is the last corner already. They managed to finish the first lap. But you will see in turn 3, 4 that some cars are taking the curves with all four wheels. And the tricky thing is that you lose a lot of grip there. So to manage to carry the right amount of speed, especially with these road tires, because what the viewers need to consider is that these cars are running on semi slicks or almost road tires, and they have a very small window of operating temperature. So like Luca said, it's quite tricky to warm them up, and then it's quite tricky to manage them.
Yeah, but I think especially with these semi-slick tires, it's very important the tire wear, because I mean, from what I remember in 2018, the asphalt is very aggressive, and tire wear, it will be the key for the victory. I mean, you must manage the tires, because the tires will be off after a few laps, and I mean, you must take care about tires until the end of the race.
And it's quite interesting because right now we are in the middle of monsoon season in Korea, right? So we expected a little bit of rain, and we're also in the middle of summertime. So does the weather have an impact on the race too? Obviously when it's raining, it's going to be a lot more slippery, but also because of sunlight from the sun, does that make a big difference?
Yes, the track temperature, the asphalt temperature is very important on the tire works. So, I mean, if the asphalt is very hot, you must take special attention to the tire work, because if the temperature of the track is very low, I mean, the tires are very good for longer. So, I mean, the track temperature is very, very important for the tire wear.
Take a look at these two cars. It's gonna change very soon in the third lap. It changes.
Yeah, another important aspect is the slipstream, because now the second car can use the slipstream of the first one, so he can have a small advantage on the straight. I mean, after the last corner.
Yeah. This was really intense right here.
It seems that car number 4, just the way Gabriele explained, car number 4 is already struggling with the front.
Grip.
Yeah, I saw.
You guys can see it right away. You can see that right away.
Yeah. Probably it won't take long now to.
No, it's coming.
To see the overtake.
Yeah. It's so intense, like seeing this like live too. Look at the drone following this too.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think the car number 4 is pushing too much especially on the front tires, and his line now is a little bit wider, and he can have also some problem to stop the car. So and the other car behind him is approaching, so he's slowing down the long queue now.
But as a driver, this is very difficult. I mean, you are leading a race, you know that you have 12 laps left, and you just understand that you are much slower, and still it's so difficult to keep a calm head.
Right, of
because
course.
I expect car number 4 to defend like a lion, because he's going for a race win. I mean, he started from pole position, but as you can see, car number 5 is putting a lot of pressure, and to be honest, if car number 4 is continuing like this, I think he will lose more positions than only one.
You are absolutely right, because that's actually coming. You can already see that. You can already see who's struggling and who's not.
Yeah, we can see the way to drive of the car number 4 is a little bit too aggressive. I mean, on braking, on turning. And you can see from outside also the understeer, the level of understeer he got, and probably pushing on the front tires means that you are slower and slower during this first part of the race.
Now a quiz is coming.
Look! Wow!
Flashing now, the second car number 5 is flashing to the car number 4, just to put him under pressure. I mean, this is also psychological way to have a good overtaking.
Are you allowed to like high beam them a little bit like that? Is that legal? It is.
Yeah, that's legal. Yes.
It's kind of like bullying. Hey, I'm gonna pass you. I'm gonna pass you.
But normally with professional driver doesn't work a lot. But if the guy in front is not very professional, can be under pressure.
I think I got actually interviews from all of these. The ranked 1, 2, and 3. I think I got interviews from all of them. Oh wow!
Now the leader is slowing down, and you can see the long queue. There are 6 cars just approaching his slipstream, and I think and I expect hot temperature inside of the car number 4.
This is a very good strategy.
Right
Sorry
here.
to interrupt.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Because if you slow the car behind, then you make also the cars from behind approaching, then he needs to distract himself, because he needs to look in front, he needs to prepare a move, but he also needs to take care not to be overtaken from the cars in the back. So car number 4 is doing for me a perfect strategy in slowing 5 up and then making life hard for him, because as you can see, the car from behind, he's already trying to attack.
Yeah.
And like this, car number 4, I think, can have a small advantage in terms of gaining lap time.
I mean, I would say in general, every lap is so important, but one with like 15 different laps, when do you think is like the key to pay attention the most, the highlights?
Always.
Always,
think.
yeah. From a driving perspective though, like if you're gonna get into the front, like when does that happen?
I mean, of course, like we say in the beginning, the first laps are really important, a good start, the first corners. But then as soon as you're in the slipstream, like Gabriele mentioned before, you have to try to make the move as fast as possible, because for sure the first car tries to slow down everybody, that they fight in between each other and he can put the gap. So in the position number 2, of course, the approach would have been to directly make the move and try it, and then of course he can build a gap. But he was defending quite well, and now you see that they fighting in between each other, and now the first car can again pull away a bit.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Yeah, especially because the car performance are the same. I mean, the battle is always very, very hard, because in our championship we fight against other manufacturers, so you have different characteristics of the car. Some cars are faster on the straight, some other car is very good on the braking, but in this kind of race with the same car, with the same tires, with the same characteristic, you must be the difference. So the driver can be really the difference. So they must very, very good on focus on tire wear and line and whatever, just to have a small advantage.
Yeah. I want you guys to pay attention to also car 53. In just a bit, there's going to be a little bit of action.
Yeah, but position 3, 4, 5, there is a lot of action.
There's a lot of action.
Rubbing a bit.
Yes. It gets dangerous. Wow, you see that right away, huh? Oh my goodness, lap 6 already.
You
but
mean
no
57
yet, right?
Right?
Norbert?
Sorry, Luca.
No worries. But there's still no contact yet, right? So it's quite fair. Normally in WTCR, you would have had already 2 cars out.
I think probably they pay for damage, and for this reason they take care about their car. So there is no insurance.
Not here. Oh. Oh man, do you see how they're just like, oh, look at this, oh.
Yeah, now the action is on the front.
Yeah.
Number 5 tried to overtake in outside, but outside maneuver is always very, very difficult. But now he got a very good speed on the beginning of the straight. So, yeah. So he can use a slipstream and probably overtaking, but always on the inside. He tried many times on the outside, but this is not a good move.
Is number like car 4 right now? Is he defensive driving also, as in like he won't let 5 overtake him? Yeah,
he's braking on the inside just to have the opportunity to to carry not the good speed on the entry of the corner, but he can save position. He can save his position. No? So he can try to do the inside line when it's possible. So.
Oh wow! Oh wow! That
Yeah,
makes
but
me
now
so
he's
nervous just looking at this right now.
Yeah, you can see the blue car in his mirror. I mean, the central mirror and also the lateral mirror. The number car, the number 5 car is everywhere on his cockpit.
But I can tell you that car number 5 is behaving very well.
Oh, really?
If you would see Gabriele attacking from P2, I think he would have gained the position already.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That'd be so fun to watch you guys actually race too in Inje.
Yeah.
And not this year, unfortunately,
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
sure that in the next coming season probably you can see us in India.
So this car's out right now, right? 35?
Yeah, 35, yeah.
What do you think happened?
Yeah. Big push.
He has front damage.
Yeah, front left damage, so I think it's a push.
But honestly, this can happen. With 30 cars on the grid.
Oh yeah,
To be honest,
oh yeah.
I'm surprised that it took like 7 laps to see one car on the side of the circuit. So they are doing honestly a very good job. And also I have to tell you that we said that number 4 is slow, but you can see that he's an expert on this circuit because he's on the limit, but yeah, he's defending always on the same places. He knows where the guy from the back can do the overtake. So he's in a tricky position, but he's doing a very good job.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I mean, defensive driving is also really important at this point, right? So you to make sure the guy behind you isn't going to pass you.
Imagine that you are, as a driver, you look more in the mirror than you look to the front. Can you imagine on a racetrack, which is quite annoying sometimes, but you need to look in the mirror just to see what the other car is doing, which is not easy. And then to look to the front and then to do good lap times is something very tricky.
Contact. Is it? Sorry.
Yes.
And he's doing since 8 laps now, watching the mirrors.
Oh my goodness.
This was a nice move.
Yeah, he has also some parts on the left.
But now number 4 dropped.
Right? Yeah, lost 2 positions. But we cannot see the action from the car number 4 because he lost 2 positions.
That's because you see this. Is it 53? His bumper is off. No, number 3. 3, yeah. You see?
Yeah, 3.
His bumper is out. And I remember when we were actually watching this in real time at Inje, the presenters were saying at this point it's dangerous. It's better to have the bumper fall off. Because if it hits the tire, then it's going to cause more damage to the car. Is that true? So at this point, we want the bumper to fall off completely. Would you want that as a racer?
Maybe a second push, and then it's gone.
Yeah, he's just dragging it right now. He's just dragging it.
Yeah, he's losing. He's losing with these parts because he's slowing down, and it can be also dangerous for the tires, from the front tires. So he's sure that if you lost it, is much better. He is trying to follow the Luca suggestion and push again.
And 5 is in the lead. 5 is in the lead.
Yeah, number 5. Yeah.
He overtook 4 a while ago, and 4 is not even second right now. The action is on this car. This was an incredible part. I don't want to. Should I spoil it? No, I don't want to spoil it. We still have 6 more laps left. You still have 6 more laps.
I think the car number 3 is the more aggressive driver.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me, probably.
I wanted to say the same. Maybe it's Gabriele in the car.
It's Kim Hyo-kyum in that car.
I'm not sure. I think it's Gabriele.
I think there's a white helmet in with black stripes,
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the lesson today is Gabriella is the best driver.
I don't know, because this driver don't have any respect for the all drivers.
Do you know what his nickname is?
What is it? What is his nickname?
The Wild Boar. Wild Boar.
Wild Boar. The Wild Boar.
But can you guess why?
Because I'm very quiet. I'm very quiet. Normally, I expect that the car in front of me give me the place, the space to overtake. I'm very patient and quiet.
He's a very passive racing car driver.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, okay, number 5 is in the lead, 8 is in the lead, and 4 is third now. Oh, see, bumper fell off.
Better. Much better.
Much better, right? It could be it could be so dangerous on the tires. I was just so worried the whole time.
Yeah, can be faster, and now he can destroy also the right part.
I think though, isn't that crazy though? Like you have your bumper like off, and he's still going. He's still strong. You know what I mean? Even if he's not like top 3 at this point, like I think it's a very strong driver in there.
To be honest, from the inside, you don't realize many times that you have. Yeah,
really?
you don't realize that you have ports falling off.
You don't hear the sound like.
You hear the sound, but
you don't care.
You don't care, because it doesn't make you slower most of the time. Because you can, on these kind of cars, you can rub against each other. You can lose some parts, but it doesn't make you a lot slower. So in the end, the car looks bad. Probably it costs some money. But in the end, I don't think that number 3 cares too much about this.
No. So at this point, number 5 is pretty much set for first, because he's like way ahead. You know, you see this? He's way ahead. Yeah. And again, that's Kim Jae-kyun in that car right now.
But he was doing it very clever. He was not being very aggressive. So he was following. For sure, he saw that his front tires were dropping, and he was just waiting for the move, not overdriving the car. And now he's still having some potential in the tires and in the brakes, and now he can just hold the pace. And now it's already more than 4 seconds. So now it's just controlling the gap, not pushing too hard, because he's having a big advantage. So normally now he should only focus on the car behind him, trying to keep the gap, because there's no reason to push even harder, because you just destroy the tires, brakes, or the car.
Yeah, now the action is between these car.
Yeah.
I think number 3 overtook the car in front of him now.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a strong driver, I think. I really do. He started off in the back too.
Yeah. Very aggressive driver. Now he tried to defend his position, because car number 62 seems a little bit faster than him, probably because of the small problem he has on his car.
But maybe he's giving him now a small kiss as well, because he touched him before. So normally you should also shortly say hello to him. But he's fair, no touch at all.
Also, I think that in a short time, they will catch up car number 4.
Uh-oh, we lost Luca. Luca!
I'm here again.
We almost lost you. Sorry.
This is the part of the race now. Is the temperature is very, very hot, because the fight is stronger and stronger.
So that's what I was saying. Like, you know, there's 15 laps, you know, and I do realize the first few laps are really important to kind of establishing your position, right? But toward the end, you still don't know who's going to be 1, 2, and 3. So it's like everyone's just like on the lookout. They're very close knit with each other.
Yeah, especially because now the car is not in the best configuration, because you lost performance on the tire, you start losing performance on the brake. So I think that if you save some energy in the beginning of the race, you can use the potential now in the last part. And I think the car number 5 show how to approach a race, because he was very quiet in the beginning, and now he can be faster than everybody else.
Yeah, number 5 is already done. Like he's already way ahead of the other guys. Now
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
who's gonna be 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, it's all about that. But I mean, it's really neck on neck.
And as I can see, it's still 30 cars running, which is honestly amazing.
29 now.
29 probably. Yes.
We started off with 31, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we lost one more.
We lost 2.
We lost 2, but I'm very curious to see who will finish on the podium because, as you said,
It's
number
interesting.
5,
Yeah.
he has a very good pace, but I expect number 3,
Yeah.
and also I think it was 62, probably 62, catching car number 4 because they seem to have better pace.
Yeah, number 5 is already done. Like he's already like way ahead of the others. So like we know who number 1 is, but it's about 2 and 3, and you made really good postulation in that sense.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see because I think position 2 and 3, it's still very open. And if the driver was clever, like Gabriele said in the beginning of the race, I expect a big fight for the last 2 or 3 laps.
Yes. I think that's when it got really fun. For me in the middle, I was just kind of like, okay, it's just like everyone's just going at the same order, and then toward the end it got really crazy. Look at them coming in right now. Do you see that?
It's very difficult to judge. I mean honestly what the outcome will be. But they start to be closer and closer to each other.
Oh, 4 though, it probably lost a lot of its confidence already, right? From 1, 2, and 3 at this point.
Yeah, that's such a bad feeling. I mean, you were leading the race for first 50%, and then you lose 1 position, then you lose 2 positions, and as you said, your confidence starts to drop. But this is a very important, time frame because you need to focus, you need to be concentrated, you just need to forget everything that happened before. Because he still has a very good chance of finishing on the podium.
Absolutely.
But won't be easy for him.
And then where did 8 come from? 8 is number 2 right now, right?
Yes, it's number 2.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Well, I don't know. We lost some action.
They were so focused on the bumper.
Yeah.
They were so focused on the bumper. 8 just came out of nowhere. Now number 2.
Now car number 4 is under pressure because car number 3 is approaching him.
Yeah.
And you can see also the difference on temperature, cockpit temperature, because car number 4 has the side window completely open. This is a disadvantage on the top speed because I mean with the side windows open you can reach a little bit less top speed.
Why did he open his window then?
Because his nose, but normally to cool down a little bit the temperature, the inside temperature, because I don't know the temperature, the outside temperature, but I think in the car it's very hot.
Oh wow.
And you can see from this image that he has the right one a little bit open and the left one completely open.
Oh wow.
I think he's getting tired now towards the end.
Oh, number 4?
Number 4, yeah. Number 4.
Do you guys ever do that? Open up a window when it's just like too much?
No, never.
No, okay.
Maybe Gabriele because he's getting older, but
because he's the wild boar. Because he's the wild boar.
Car number 4 lost the position.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, he kind of gave up. Oh.
He's under pressure.
I think number 3 can, he has the speed to catch position 2.
So there's one more lap left, so I'm just going to give it to you. He will catch it. That's what it is, yeah. Number 3 is Kim Hyo-gyum. He had quite a race. I think number 3 had a race.
He's fast. He's very fast.
Yeah. Maybe a missing bumper makes the car faster. You should check with the engineers of Hyundai.
I don't think so.
We should try.
Normally no, but It's sure light. The car is lighter, but probably aerodynamic point of view is not the perfect car. But he's pushing very, very hard, and I mean you can make the main difference, especially as a driver, in the last few laps, because I'm sure that the tires now is not as good as in the first few laps.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, 5 is already first, right? 8 is Han Myung-gyu and Han Myung-gu, and at number 3 is Kim Hyo-kyung.
Let's see if he's going to take him in the last lap.
Number 3 is already third, though. Number 3 is already third.
Yeah, he's rejoining the car number 8. He's not far away.
No, but I hear that they're in the same team. They have different teams, right? They're on the same team, so that's what I hear. So yeah.
But I expect him to make an aggressive move in the last lap.
Me too.
He's
Me too.
motivated. So on position 2 now, I would try to close every door.
I mean, if you're on the same team 2 and 3, right? It doesn't at that point, do you try to beat your teammate though? It doesn't matter, right? It's all everyone for themselves. It doesn't matter if you're on the same team.
It's a tricky thing because an overtake is always involving some risk, and the first rule in motor racing is to not hit your teammate. So I'm not sure.
See, but you want that position, but then at the same time, it's your teammate. You're in a sticky situation, right?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, taking out your teammate is something that is very critical.
Yeah.
And of course, if you feel that you are much faster, if you feel that you can do a safe overtake, it's the way to go. But on this circuit, I'm not sure if it's without any risk.
He's coming in.
He did a very good race.
Yeah. Woo, number 5. Oh, 8 and 3. 8 and 3. 8 and 3. So you see, 8 and 3. You see how their car styles are a little bit more artsy. They're on the same team, I believe. From what I hear, they're on the same team. So 2 and 3 are on the same team, and then number 1, he's on a different team.
Congrats to all the drivers.
What did you guys think about the race?
Yeah, but they make a very good race. I mean, also the average of the respect each other was very high. I mean, with the same car, sometimes you can expect more action, more damage, more crash, but they race very, very good.
Oh, Wild Boar, do you open up the window once you finish?
Yeah, sure. After the race.
You need the cameras to look at you. You need that ceremony, right? I got this. Look at the blinkers go off. Look at him. He's so happy.
Yeah, he made a fantastic race. It was an easy race for him, except the first few laps.
Exactly.
Because he was second. But after he can manage the pace, he can manage the gap he built up on the first few laps. And so it was an easy race.
Well, congratulations to him. Who would you guys choose as MVP today?
Mine is number 3.
Yours number 3. How about you guys?
For me, it's number 5. I mean, probably he's the most clever guy on this race, and he make a fantastic race. I think for me, it's number 5.
How about you, Luca?
For me, it's number 8. He's having the coolest car design. So.
The little graffiti on the outside. Now, I have a question. If it were you, what would you have done differently in this circuit? Or what would you have done similarly?
I think Gabriele quite similar to number 3.
My style is a little bit more aggressive than the standard of this driver. So I attack much more the curbs, and probably I finish the car lighter than car number 3, because normally I'm losing more parts.
That's awesome. See, they're going in now. They're just cooling down. Yeah, how are you guys preparing for your upcoming races? Are you even preparing at all?
Yeah, I'm training a lot. a lot on the bicycle, running a lot, watching many onboard videos. Luckily, the team is right next to me, so I can speak with the engineers and mechanics a lot to prepare. And yeah.
How about you guys?
Well, for me, I mean, we started testing 2 weeks ago. So we rejoined the track, fortunately, because the lockdown in Italy was very long, and I miss the racing track, I miss the activity, I miss driving in the end. So I was very, very happy 2 weeks ago to rejoin the track, to rejoin my car, the Hyundai N TCR, and to restart testing, to prepare the season.
Same as Gabriele for me. I mean, we did 1 day of testing, already starting to prepare for the season. But I'm looking forward to a race weekend, because it's nice to drive the car, but during testing, you know, it's a bit, I don't want to say boring, but it's not the same as racing and crashing against and competing against other people. So our season starts in mid-September, and I hope everything will stay like it is, because that would mean that we can start the racing season. We will have 6 race weekends, all in Europe, but it should be a tough 2020 season for us.
So I'm getting something from our producers. Kim Jae-gyun was first, but because he passed the other cars during the yellow flag, he got 30 seconds penalty. The results made him in 10th place.
Oh.
Everyone's reaction is like, wait, so what's the final then? What's the final? Then so how about 2 and 3 then? Did they make first and second? What? Well, okay, can you guys briefly explain this, the yellow flag rule?
Yeah, yellow flag means danger on the circuit, and you need to reduce speed. And at that part of the circuit, it's forbidden to overtake. And the problem of car number 5 was that he probably didn't see the yellow flag while he overtook car number 4. But because it's prohibited from the regulation, it's the right penalty. So it's very annoying. I mean, winning a race and then ending up with a penalty, but these are the rules. So unfortunately, we couldn't see it on the camera, because it was tricky to see, and probably also for him, I mean, it was tricky to see the marshal post. But in the end, he overtook under yellow, and it was a justified penalty for him.
Well, in that case, that means number 8 came in first, and then number 3 came in second. I don't have the stats for number 4 who came in number 4, but it was just as we said. The aggressive driver, number 3, he ended up in second. Wow.
You guys remember I told you number 8 was very good with the best car design. Now winning the race, I was expecting that.
Guys, it was my pleasure joining you guys today. This was so much fun. I hope you guys had fun in your respective countries as well.
Yeah, it was a cool event.
Thank you.
Do you have any last words? Anything you want to say before we say goodbye? Why don't we start off with Gabriela, Wild Boar.
Yeah, Wild Boar. I mean, it's a pleasure to be back in Korea, but on web, because unfortunately we can be there. I remember the 2018, after I won the championship, the WTCR for Hyundai. He was the first world title. It was full of fun, full of people, and I hope to be back in Korea next year.
I hope you're here next year and I can meet you in person and actually interview you on the circuit. Next, we have Norbert.
I would like to say hello to all the Korean fans. Like Gabriela, for me was amazing to be there in 2018. I wish you good health. I wish you a good time, and hopefully we see each other soon.
Yeah, thank you. And last but not least, Luca.
Yeah, for me it was a cool race actually. Like we said before, we were expecting a bit more crashes, but it's cool to see that they can do it in that way as well. Maybe we can learn a bit more for our upcoming season.
Yeah.
That was cool to watch, and yeah, let's hope that we're back soon in Korea and back on the racetrack again. Thank you.
Gabriela, Norbert, and Luca, thank you so much for joining us today. I had so much fun with you guys. Remember, health is wealth, and take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
안녕히
Bye
가세요.
bye.